Hello everyone. In this video, I will do two examples from the material covered in week 1. The first example, we will work with a line that has slope of 3 and y-intercept of -2. To start off, we want to graph this line. So let's fill in the y-intercept at -2. And then we can use the slope to find another point. We want to count up 3, 1, 2, 3, and count over 1. So we have another point here. And that's all I need to draw the line of this, of what we know. Like that. Great, so we have the graph. Now we want to write an equation of the line. Based on what we know, it makes sense to use slope-intercept form. So we know that this will look like y equals mx plus b. And when we fill in the values that we know the slope is 3. So we get y equals 3x minus 2. This is our equation of the line. Now we could also be asked to find the x-intercept. We know that the x-intercept occurs where the graph crosses the x-axis. And this always happens when y equals 0. So to find the x-intercept, we will set y equal to 0 and then solve the equation. So we have our equation, y equals 3x minus 2. If we set y equal to 0, we get 0 equals 3x minus 2. We can move the 2 to the other side, and we get that x equals 2/3. So our x-intercept is 2/3. For our next example, we will use slightly different pieces of information. For this one, we're given a point on the line, is 2, -5, and its slope is -3. So again, we want to sketch the graph of this line. So first, we already know a point on the line. So let's go to 2, -5, and draw that point. Now we also know the slope. So to draw this, we have -3. So we want to count up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1 in the negative direction. Now we have 2 points of our line, so we can draw this like that. Great, so we have our graph of the line. Now, let's say we want to write an equation of the line. Based on what we know, it makes sense to use point-slope form in this case. And we know this will be of the form y equals y1 plus m times x minus x1. Remember, x1 comma y1 represents a point on the line, which we have, so we can fill that in. And we also know the slope. So we get y equals y1, which is -5, and then we have our slope times x minus x1. So x1 is 2, but in our form, we have a minus sign built in, so we have to put minus 2. Great, so this is our equation in point-slope form. Now, you could be asked for the equation in slope-intercept form. To find this, we're going to distribute our slope over the parentheses. So we have -5 minus 3x plus 6. And then we combine the numerical terms to get y equals -3x plus 1. Great, so this is our equation in slope-intercept form. Notice that we already knew the slope of -3, and now this helps us determine our y-intercept, which in this case is 1. And that looks consistent with our graph. Great, if you have any questions on this, please let me know, and I'll see you in class.